Hello everyone, my name is Ashton and I'm just trying to get it together. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about makeup products that makeup and skincare. Products that I wanna buy so bad, but I just can't justify buying because they're so expensive. And you know, I have things in my collection that are more expensive, okay? Probably the most expensive things in my collection are the Conspiracy palette or the Bloodlust palette or the Blood Sugar palette. But I buy those because I'm huge fans of Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson. These are items that I am struggling with the idea of buying because it's not attached to someone that I'm a huge fan of. With the exception of one. With the exception of one person. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a growing channel, so very small, minuscule, and unimportant. Don't forget that. If you have any of these products and you swear by them, let me know. If you think they're like overrated and you don't want them and you're just like, don't get them, let me know. Also, tell me what you think. Okay, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer screen. I screenshotted a bunch of stuff and so I sent it to my computer so I can just easily reference. I'm gonna start off with a palette that I've wanted for a solid year and a half. I've wanted it since the moment it came out. But for whatever reason, I just cannot justify spending the money on it. Like, I just can't do it. I don't know why. Even though I've since bought the Blood Sugar, Bloodlust, and Conspiracy palette, I just cannot justify spending $65 on a palette. I just can't do it. Some people can, I can't. It is the Huda Beauty Nude palette. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. Oh my God. It's so pretty. I've swatched it in store. It's gorgeous. People complain about the concealer shade. I messed with it in store. It was like a brand new one they had just put out. So I was like, ooh, let me see this. Swipe. It'd be a perfect shade to lay down before I did my eyeshadow. Those like speckle shades. I've been on the hunt for a perfect dupe and I found some really good dupes, by the way. But are they complete dupes? I don't know because I don't own this. And I want it. I want it so bad. You know what? Eventually, I feel like I'm gonna get it. I have a million eyeshadows that are that color. I want it. I want it. Whenever it came out, it was around the time that I was getting married. So I was like, I can't get this. I'm paying $1 zillion to get married. You know? I'm paying for a videographer, a photographer, food, you know, whatever. And that palette was not really working into it. So, but I've been looking at that thing ever since. I love it so much. I want it. I want it. I love it. Okay, another one. It's the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter. I want this so bad. Like, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's white. It's glittery. I'm pasty. So the sparkle would just sit. Look at this highlight, by the way. It's Cookie by Benefit. Yes, look at that. Anyway, it would sit right here just perfectly, and then I could boop, 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 and then it'd be great. Tati raves about this, and love Tati. She is like my hero of life. So it's $36. $36. Oh my God. I just can't justify it. Yes, I have Cookie by Benefit. Okay, I got it in the Cheek Stars palette. Cheek Stars, not Cheek Leaders. Cheek Stars palette. I got that for free with my Ulta points, okay? $36 for a highlight? That is a steep price for a highlight. That is expensive. I can't do it. Drugstore calls to me, okay? I think it's gorgeous. It's so pretty, but $36, I can't justify it. You know, maybe I'll splurge eventually, but I just can't at this moment in time. Okay, so here's one that I've had physically in my cart. I don't know how many times, but I just can't do it because of the price and because I have so many drugstore versions of this product and I just can't do it. I need to, because in every, okay, I don't want to say every, but in a lot, 9 times out of 10, 90% of videos that you watch, people are using this product. It's the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. $39. I feel like that's a better price than the highlighter because you get more product. I feel like that's a better price. But I'm still just like, man, Cody Airspun. Man, Revlon Candid. Man, Maybelline Fit Me. Like, I can find so many different things that I can buy from the drugstore that I can use instead of that. Like, I'm okay without that. But I want it because they say it's the best. And by they, I mean people on YouTube and people in my real life. Like Key Darlise, a friend of mine, hey girl, a lot of people say that it's the best. People of all skin tones, skin types, they all say that it's good. It's not just people with a certain type of skin, certain shade of skin. Everyone says that it's worth the money. So it's like, I feel like eventually I'm gonna buy it, okay? But I wanna work through all of my products. So it's like over time, I was like, I'm not buying this, to maybe one day to let me work through these products. And I feel like in a couple months, I'll be like, just put it in my cart now. Just give it to me. Give it to me. The first time I go to Sephora after quarantine, I haven't been to Sephora in forever, by the way. But the first time I go, I'm gonna be like, swipe, give it to me. Probably. This is a big oof, okay? Natasha Denona. I want to know, and I need to do some research, how Natasha Denona became Natasha Denona. Because it's like, I had never heard of this person until I heard of her $125 eyeshadow palettes. Who is this person? Who is she to make people spend $100 and something on her eyeshadow? But from what I hear, some of it is worth it. Okay, I hear ya. I don't have that to spend. Okay. But if I had it to spend, I would buy the gold eyeshadow palette. It is $129 and it's gorgeous. Woo! It looked good with my green eyes. I mean, it's got your browns, your golds, some greens, your shimmers. You'd be all lined up to have a fabulous look. Tati said she wore it on her wedding day. Well, she said she wore Natasha Denona. I can't remember what palette she wore, but she said she wore Natasha Denona on her wedding day. But people rave about the formula. Some palettes more than others, but it must be good if people are paying this much money for it. Okay, so here's the thing. I love lip gloss. Who doesn't? Like, who does not love lip gloss? Whenever I heard people like Raw Beauty Christy telling me that Patrick Ta lip glosses were the way to go, I was like, let me just put it on my list. Then I looked online and saw that it was $22 for a lip gloss. I was like, I should have expected that. Like, I should have expected that. He does makeup for everyone and he's fabulous at it. Fabulous, does a wonderful job. I should have expected that. However, I still want it. Will I get it? Probably not. But it's something that if I had the money, would I spend on it? Absolutely. because people rave about this. And if people like Raw Beauty Kristi say that it is the bomb, the bee's knees, the way to go, I feel like it probably is. I mean, it has amazing ratings on Sephora. Sorry if I'm squinting at my screen. It's right here and I can't see it. Yeah, I don't have contacts. Normally I have my glasses. Don't even know where those are. So I've got to find glasses to find my glasses. It's a thing, whatever. Here's an old one. Just like with the Laura Mercier powder, this one you're probably gonna be like, really? You don't have one of these in your arsenal? Tarte blushes are expensive. Like, they're really expensive. $29 for a Tarte blush. I'm sure they're great. Legit, almost everyone says they're awesome. But a Tarte blush for $29, ew, that's expensive. Especially when you can go get the Milani Luminoso blush for, like, I want to say a little over 10 bucks. It'll last you a long time. Hey, or you can get, here we are, CoverGirl for $5, if not less. I have a hard time spending $29 on a blush, even though people sing the praises of Tarte. And I'm sure that once I'd swipe it on, I would understand why it's expensive. I'm sure. However, I do have some reservations about spending near $30 on one product for my face. One being blush, even though it does take a long time to go through a blush. For me especially, because I have a lot of redness in my face and it takes a lot to cover it up. So I do not require much blush whatsoever. So an expensive blush, I mean, you know, honestly, I don't know if I'd ever go through an entire blush. I've had my Milani Luminoso for years now and I have not hit pan. I'm nowhere near close because I just do not use a lot of blush. I don't require much. I have a lot of red underneath throughout my entire face, especially my cheeks. So there's that. The Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, $68. $68 for a jar of this. Like, how? That's a lot of money. $68. That's a lot of money. Like, I understand that you want to invest in your face. I get that, but I want it so bad. Everyone says it's so good. It has amazing reviews and makes your makeup look wonderful. Tatcha. And from everything I hear, they're a very ethical company too. Tatcha. Lower your prices for us peasants. Come on, is that fair? We want to age like fine wine too. I don't want to age like milk. Next, and the most difficult one yet. I decided I didn't want to make this video super long, so I saved the one that I've been debating the most for part 2. So you should stay for part 2. The part 2 has the one I've been debating the most. So stay for part 2. However, this last one is tugging at my heartstrings because I feel a certain way. I feel like I should support and that I should buy because it has colors that I want and I need in my collection, to be honest. But will I use? I'm not sure. But the person behind the brand I have been obsessed with since I graduated college. No. Started college, okay. This, what I'm talking about, is the HAUS Laboratories Stupid Love palette. If you don't like Lady Gaga, then see yourself out the door. just kidding. You don't have to. It's okay. You can be wrong. But I'm a huge Lady Gaga fan. Huge. Always have been, always will be. However, I want this palette. I want it so bad. However, $48, man. I don't know. Like, there are a lot of blues in there. Will I use those blues? I don't really know. Like, I'm not really warmed up to blues, if that makes sense. So I'm maybe the next one, but I love Lady Gaga. She is a queen. She's the queen, okay? The queen. So make sure you stay tuned for part 2 because it has my most wanted, bougie, but God, I can't afford it. Like I can't, like I could, but I shouldn't product ever. So anyway, if you have any opinions about these products, let me know in the comments below and we can converse because I'd love to hear all about it. Tell me your opinions. Yeah. So that's it for today's video. See y'all next time. Ah, yeah.